Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Benson, as you can see, is very focused on a 1v1. He is currently...
I may be a hat-trick hero right now. I may also be 3-0 up with 3 minutes left.
We're addicted to the game.
Yeah, that is...
We're supposed to be waiting for our next match.
I'm going to be honest, this addiction is not a good thing at all. Like, I have been playing this game every single day, like, before I come to work. It's bad. Like, it's not good.
Yeah, all my free time, I've put it into this game.
Yeah, I think you're more addicted to me, which is scary.
It's not healthy, guys, but we hope that you have similar addictions and will be watching us nonstop. In the meantime, though, while we're waiting on our first match, we should talk to our returning champion. We got Kyle Masc. And Kyle, you got a webcam today? You got a new computer all set up? Talk to me, my friend.
Well, the webcam is courtesy of Uhtred, of course. After he found out that I didn't have one, he sent me one.
Which is pretty amazing. He reached out to me as well. We're going to have some awesome conversations this weekend about kind of the future of Rocket League. But this is a guy who's definitely been getting behind some of the pro players, and he was astounded when you guys took out Cosmic Aftershock. I think the whole world was last week. And kind of talk me through your last week, Kyle.
Okay, well... Last week, starting with the tournament, you know, we kind of threw things together, started the team, made it to the finals, came out on top of Cosmic. After that, Uhtred contacted us. He wanted to reward us with $500 per player for taking down Cosmic. And then, you know, after my popularity kind of went up, I started streaming. You know, I've got viewers and stuff now.
Viewers and stuff, I like it.
I've gotten donations from people, you know, that want to support me. Uhtred has, you know, he's hooked me up with a new computer because mine isn't the greatest. He gave me a webcam, the new headset I'm wearing too. Like,
wow,
he's
hooking you up.
He's very, very supportive of the Rocket League scene, and it's just awesome.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, Kyle. How old are you? Where are you playing from tonight? How did you put this team together? Give us the whole background for those who might have missed last week's show.
All right. Well, I'm 20. I just turned 20 back in April. I live in New Jersey. And, well, obviously I'm playing from my room.
Are you close to New York City?
What?
Are you close to New York City in Jersey? Because that's where our home studio is.
I'm about an hour away from New York.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm just saying... we should get Kyle out here.
Kyle's my TVT partner.
You should find someone. Nah, he's mine, bro. Like he actually plays the game how I like to play the game. You can find someone else. He's gonna be my 2v2 partner, and we'll 2v2 in the studio.
Okay, so 20 years old. You live in New Jersey. Tell me about this team. We heard from you last night that you've been, or I guess on Tuesday rather, that you've been playing this game for quite a few years, or at least you know, the game's brought to you by Psyonix, but. How long have you been playing with this squad? How did it all come together, Kyle?
Okay, so these guys I've actually been playing with since Battle Cars. Both Gambit and Fire were Battle Cars players. The team was put together the day of the tournament, like I said before. You know, we didn't have any real practice or any real experience with each other before, except for a few times where we just ran into each other at ranked. And, you know, just the way the three of us play, like our individual play styles just kind of works together. So we decided, you know, hey, we did so well, why don't we stay as a team? You know, we'll practice and get better and, you know, come back more and show people what we can do.
And what are the roles for Kings of Irvin?
Well, I'm the defensive player. I mostly sit back on our half, go for the ball and clear it, make sure, you know, it's not in a dangerous position for us. I'll occasionally come up and try and score. Gambit for sure is our definite attacking player. Like, he's just all over the enemy, trying to constantly put pressure. And Fireburner's kind of like the midfield player. Like, he'll hang around back with me if we need it, or he'll be up there with Gambit, you know, trying to put pressure and score. Mm-hmm. So we kind of have like a linear type of positional style where you know, we have Gambit up front, Fire in the middle, and then I'll be behind them, and we'll rotate as needed if we have to.
I just watched Benson play some terrible defense, but it paid off. 8-0. Benson won his 1v1.
I just won 8-0. Like, it doesn't get better than that. The dream, man. The dream. Clean sheet.
Now,
everything going my way.
We've been giving a lot of props to the guys who have been dominating the aerials. You've had some incredible aerials, a lot of them on defense, but also some solid shots on the attack. Do you feel that the defensive position is harder than the striker, or what do you think takes the most skill right now?
Honestly, I definitely think playing the attacker is harder. I mean, with defense, your main job is really just push the ball forward, get it out of your
Right.
half. But with attackers, you have to have accuracy. You want to have, skills with dribbling, like being able to juke out the enemy, passing to your other teammates. Like, there's a whole lot more that goes into attacking, and that's one thing I've been working on personally when I play is striking, because my shot accuracy isn't the greatest. I can get it on target if I really have to, but sometimes, I'll end up whiffing or I'll just put it off to the wrong side of the net.
Makes sense.
I think defending is hard. I'm gonna be honest. Like, that's the thing I always seem to struggle the most with, is trying to, just make it those epic saves, for aerial epic saves. That is.
Yeah.
I think
For
it's so hard.
people trying to get better at defense at home, Kyle, what would be your suggestion to kind of improve yourself and eventually your team?
Okay. So a lot of people think that playing a defender is, sit in the net, keep in the net and just like clear the ball. But as a defender, you don't want to sit solely in the net. You want to play your half. Like, you want to make sure you can get the ball out if it's like in the corner, if it's like just bouncing off the wall in the midfield coming towards you. Like, you want to make sure you're there to clear it. And you just don't want to, you don't want to be too campy, because if you're just sitting still and not constantly moving, then it makes it very easy for the enemy just to pop the ball over you.
That makes sense.
So, I mean, general tips about defense is definitely don't camp the net too hard, because you'll get beat every time if the enemy has good attackers. And try, when you're clearing the ball, try and put meaning behind the clear. Don't just meaninglessly tap it to the side or something. Like, if you see your teammate forward, try and get it to him, or just try and get power into the clear altogether. Like, you don't want to just tap the ball and leave it in front of your net and say, oh, I saved it.
Do you follow the ball at all times? Like, always try and position yourself facing the ball, or how do you kind of approach it knowing that these aerials are going to be coming at you?
One of the best ways to defend aerials is definitely be facing the ball, because then you can get your car up and just go straight at it. To stop things like dribbles or like crosses and stuff, you typically want to have your car in like an angle almost sideways, because then you can back up or move forward if you have to.
That makes sense.
And the side of the car is the widest hitbox, so you have the most coverage there. So yeah, defending aerials is pretty easy when you're facing straight toward it. And stopping dribbles or just straight like shots on, the easiest way to maneuver your car to get, across the net and back is definitely, try and be sideways.
Oh, I just watched Ben give some kid the moves, but he can't cut it back in.
Oh, so close.
Oh, Ben, struggling. Kyle, tonight you are playing again this evening, though, with the #1 seed. You haven't lost anything on MLG.TV. We saw you go up against the European Shizou, and you gave him a hot 4-0. How confident are you after watching Cosmic Aftershock and the boys from Flipside going to Game 7 last night?
That was one hell of an intense series. Honestly, I'm pretty confident. We've been practicing today, and we've been pretty on point. So I'm confident we can make it to the finals and give Cosmic a run for their money if they make it. Because honestly, we scrimmed Untethered, and they were looking hot today. So
really,
I wouldn't put it past them to possibly take it from Cosmic.
Now, how are they with their full three? Because we didn't see them with their full three.
They're pretty nuts. Okay. When they have Lichinio there, their offensive pressure is just insane.
So what are the positions we should be looking for from Untethered? Because I know that's kind of a matchup everyone's looking forward to, Untethered and Cosmic on the same side of the bracket.
Well, with Untethered, you definitely want to look for Lichinio up in the front. Like, he's always up there trying to score. Him and Plutonium together they're a very big offensive force. And right now, the third teammate escapes me. I can't remember the name.
I forgive you. It's Waffles.
Waffles, that's it. Waffles is a big technical player. Like, he likes to get passes in. He's good at working off of passes and dribbling and stuff. Like, all three of them are great offensive players, and they can definitely defend when they have to.
Are they old school guys as well?
Yes, all three of them are old school guys. Lichinio and I, back in the day in Battle Cars, we played 2v2s all the time. We were pretty good friends back then.
I'm excited to see what's going to happen there. Now, have you looked at your side of the bracket? Is there anyone that you're a little nervous playing? Anyone that might cause an upset?
Honestly, no. Like, we looked at our side of the bracket. Our toughest games will probably be against Propulsion and Air Force 2, but we've played against them before, and we took them out in the first tournament pretty easily. So, I mean, I wouldn't, underestimate them, because anything can happen, but I think we should have a pretty easy ride.
Who do you think's stronger, Propulsion or Air Force?
Definitely Air Force.
Air Force. Dig Dog 22 causing problems.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Oh man, I am so excited for these matches to get underway. I know you have a round 2 matchup. That's what we're going to try and get into if we have time after the Untethered. Is there any team that you're hoping to play throughout this tournament that you maybe didn't get a chance to last week?
Definitely Untethered, because last week Untethered didn't have their full roster and they got knocked out by OG Cancer. We kind of beat OG Cancer pretty convincingly. It was like 3-1 both games.
Right.
But I'd really like to play against Untethered with their full roster.
All right. Well, hopefully we can make that happen tonight. We'll see how everything plays out. Kyle, I wanted to give you an opportunity to give a shout out. I know you got a lot of people that have been watching you on a regular basis now in your personal stream, as well as Uhtred really hooking you up. Who do you want to shout out? Who's been kind of your biggest follower since last week's incredible finish?
Oof. Well, I definitely want to give a shout out to Uhtred. The guy has set me up pretty damn well. Some of my regular followers I definitely want to shout out to is, Morbo. Morbo, you know who you are. One of my regular viewers, Rizu. One of my other regulars, Lafutsky. He often plays with me on stream. There's just a lot of people on my stream that are regulars. Jamlot, one of the people that donated to me, and I thank him so much for that, for wanting to support me. But yeah, to anyone that hangs around my stream often and wants to support me like that, I thank all of you guys.
Well, you can find Kyle on Twitter, guys. Kyle Masc, just like it is there in the text box, plus an RL at the end. So make sure to give him a Twitter follow. And Kyle, let's give you an opportunity. What's the stream, my friend? Where should people watch you practice leading up to these tournaments?
If you want to catch me, I'm streaming just about every day at twitch.tv/KyleMass. I run normals. I'll play with viewers every now and then. Or if we have a tournament, you can catch us practicing a little bit. Excellent.
And final question for you. Prediction. Who do you play in the finals if you make it there, and what's the final score? Playing a best of 5 tonight.
Ooh, if we make it to the finals, my prediction, even though Untethered's doing really well, I think we're going to go up against Cosmic. And if we go up against Cosmic, I say we go to a game 5, but I can't really decide who's going to win. I want to say us, but
just
you never
repeat
know.
History. That's all I ask.
Just repeat history. If you're repeating history, we're all good with it, Kyle.
I'm perfectly okay with that.
Just, repeat the 0-second goal last game.
Yep, just keep it in the air for an extra 10 seconds tonight. Just build up the drama a little bit. We can't get 400,000 views unless you make it entertaining, Kyle. All right, guys, that is Kyle Masc. He was the hero last week for Kings of Urban as they took out Cosmic Aftershock. But tonight, it's a brand new tournament. Things are kicking off early on. We'll update you where we're at after some of the early round 1 matches and hopefully be jumping into Untethered's match number 1 of their day in round 2. We'll be right back.